What's cooking, Valhalla? Today I'm bringing you some general info that lots of people have been asking about on the lives, and when the servers open up and we get more players, some might be wondering how loot works on these bosses. So I'm here to break it down for you. We'll talk about field elites, realm invaders and Loki Shadow. Stick around, and if you have questions, drop them in the comments. But before we dive in, LD Cloud, baby! I've been using their service for over 5 years, and honestly, they are the best cloud service out there for any game that needs auto grind. They offer a huge selection, so you can play Odin Valhalla Rising. If you want to save on GPU and play your multi-accounts with no stress, hit the link in the description and check them out. Alright, let's kick things off with elite bosses. You'll need to farm a lot of them, on the first map especially. They spawn every 10 minutes gladly there. Most of the items they drop are important for your collection, and the best part, you don't need to enhance those items. So here's my tip. Especially at the start of the game, don't spend too much time in the first territory trying to farm these bosses. There are tons of people camping them, especially bots, so grinding there can be a real pain. If you are doing town quests or just happen to spot an elite boss, sure, go for it. But don't stress, because you'll have plenty of time to finish those collections later, when everyone's moved on to higher level bosses. Now about the loot, it only goes to the person who gets the last hit. Yeah, I know, it can be frustrating, especially on the second and third maps, where spawn rates are higher. Jotunheim, for instance, have a 12-hour spawn, which feels impossible to snipe, especially as a warrior. I mostly just do them to help my guild. You can't really time the last hit since you don't know how much HP the bosses have. Dot classes, damage over time, especially Dark Wizard with poison, have a much higher chance of grabbing that last hit. So again, the loot goes only to the last hitter on elite bosses. Now let's talk about realm invaders, which are basically world bosses. At the moment we are all dealing with Garm, but more are coming soon. They spawn twice a day and stick around for about an hour. If we don't kill them in that time, they disappear. Here's something important. To get the participation reward, the boss actually has to die. Even though the official site says you get rewards just for showing up no matter what, we tested it and that's not true. Only if the boss dies does everyone get a box. Besides that, there are extra reward boxes for top rankers, one for the top damage dealer, one for the most damage received, and one for the top healer. If you rank first in more than one category, you will still only get one chest. After those are handed out, a random draw happens for the top 20 in each category, making 57 total. Out of those, more boxes drop, and your odds go up depending on your ranking. For instance, if I am third in damage received, my odds are better than someone at 10th. Scoring high in more categories boosts your chances too. The number of reward boxes seems random, sometimes we get 17, other days 20 or even more, so no one really knows how it's calculated. But one thing is clear, the higher your rank, the better you're sat at those special boxes. Lastly, let me set the record straight. If you hit the boss and just hang out near it for the whole fight, even if you don't do anything else, you will still get a participation reward as long as you are alive when the boss is defeated. But if you die and are still dead at the moment the boss goes down, you won't get any reward. Same thing if you are back in town when the boss is killed, even if you hit it earlier, you still miss out on the participation box. So make sure you're alive and close by when that boss drops. Finally, let's talk about Loki Shadow. This event pops up at random times, but right now there's an event running where Loki Shadow spawns more often. When the bosses appear somewhere on the map, you've got to get there fast, because you only have 5 minutes to take it down. If you hit the boss and stay alive close by when it dies, you will get a pouch with combat tokens. And just like with elites, whoever lands the last hit gets an extra special reward, a bonus box. Honestly, we haven't been lucky enough to grab one ourselves, especially with the whole server jumping in. As a warrior, it feels like you would need a miracle to get it. Maybe even more chance of landing a legendary avatar. Anyway, I hope that clears up how the loot system works for all those bosses. Thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, see ya!